Hey, girl. Hey. I'm not getting a story about a tit pig not recorded.
I mean, I didn't realize they were until like I started scrolling through the feed and I was like, oh,
Anyway, girl, tell the story to me and the dear listeners. I'm
hello, dear listeners. So if you are of a homosexual persuasion, the Instagram
homosexual.
algorithm sometimes shows you different types of men as it is wont to do.
Uh huh.
And one of them was like, I guess they were like a go-go dancer,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the thing that they sent me. So I thought it was a local person because,
Mm-hmm.
we have a lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't. This person's in Italy. And I didn't know. I mean, I guess I should have just assumed they also have go-go dancers too.
They do, girl. They do across the around
Well,
the world, around the
in
world,
scrolling through the
around the world.
feed,
Uh huh.
I was caught off guard when I like noticed these very swollen, like the
Supple is
type,
the word you're looking
sup-
for, I believe.
swollen, supple nipples. Um,
Areola.
yeah, it just caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Like it always does, but in this particular,
Dear.
because it was a very in shape go-go boy kind of form.
Yeah.
So seeing that on that kind of like very little fat on the body, but just those kind of
Dear
protruding
listeners,
out.
there used to be, and this is if this is gross for anybody, please skip ahead about 5 minutes. Um, there used to be a porn star, a gay porn star, who had he was the tit pig. Dear listeners, that's somebody who likes to play with their nipples beyond normal enjoyment,
Guy's name.
like right on to the point of
Was that Cole Tucker?
maybe, yeah, that sounds right.
Smoke the cigars?
Yeah, beyond the point of like normal, like to pain, to extreme pain, that sort of thing, um
And they make you think that it is like
the,
if you are not, now this is not kink shaming anybody,
the
but
some of them
if you are
some of
not
them
into that particular kink, you should tell other people to be careful with that kink
yes,
because I've tried just twice and I was like, ah,
yeah, yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
there was no eroticism. There's
yeah,
none. It was just ow.
yeah, because it goes from zero to pain in like a second. um
Yes. Yes. I was at the Leatherworks and I was like, oh, they had nipple thingies to try it. I'm like, I'll try one. Ow!
so the clamps hurt a lot.
Yes.
The metal ones, the nipple suckers that basically look like plastic thimbles that you squeeze onto them, those don't hurt that much. Um,
Well, that's just like a little like sucking motion,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
very
yeah.
different.
And
But
then
those
you can
clamps
put the
though,
clamps on top of that. The problem with the clamps is that, and they've tried to fix this. It's actually the metal that hurts, not necessarily the pinching. So you
oh,
get that digging in because they're basically they're serrated, so they go in.
much.
Anyway, this porn star, his nipple portion, like his areolas joint into his nipples, like they were big areolas. They
They look like
shrank down.
fingertips.
Yeah, they shrank down. I always called it cigarette ash because it looked like a long, like he was
Yes.
smoking Marlboro 100s,
Yes.
Marlboro Light 100s, and it was 3/4 the way down. Like, dear listeners, it was insane.
Marble Light 100.
How it was insane how big these nipples were,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they just skin right. Oh, girl,
It was a thing for a while in the 90s and the early 2000s. It really was.
he would wrap it around the other guy's pee pee. I don't know what that's supposed to feel like.
I'm not sure. It was, at that point, porn was already starting to get to that place where it was like jumping the shark all the time.
Yeah.
It was just, they were like, we have established now that these are attractive people having sex. That's not enough.
And
We have to do more.
now we're back to that's enough. That's it.
Yeah, now it's enough again.
Men.com's like that's enough.
That's
That's enough.
enough. That's all we
We
gotta
got
do.
every once in a while we'll throw in some feet. Every once in a while we'll
OnlyFans,
throw in a black
OnlyFans came
person. That's
along
it.
and they were like, wait, people will just pay to see people have just
Yep.
sex? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, they
that's all
will.
you gotta do.
Yeah, they will. They
No
absolutely will.
plot, no
And you know
nothing,
what?
just
They pay not even say, not even see sex.
yeah, apparently like the first male person that hit like $1 million or
Hmm.
whatever had never even done anything other than like flashing some naughty bits a little bit, like
So
not even
so
done
so
anything.
so I signed up for one the other day. And
Yeah.
it was like he was hot. So I was like, okay, $7 a month. I will pay the $17 and promptly cancel this if it's not good. I will pay the $7 to experiment with this.
You didn't put on the auto renew?
I did. Well, it automatically goes to auto renew, so you have to go in and cancel it. Girl, I looked at this again, hot. It was just him and gym shorts the whole damn time. I'm like, this is not worth $7 a month. You could potentially get $49 a year out of me. Something that I could use for half a men.com subscription and see different people doing different things.
Oh my gosh. I'm not safe.
Girl, I got out of the shower. Great.
Lovely.
I'm showing you the side of my butt.
There are some people though that they like that teasing thing.
It's not even teasing.
The one that I don't understand, and once again, not king shaming, I don't get it though, are what are they called? The financial doms?
Fin doms, yeah.
Yes, I don't get
Girl,
what is the turn on with
I would
paying
love to
people
find a
money?
fin sub. Dear listeners, if you are looking for two drag queens, hold on, you need to hush. If you are looking for two drag queens to be your fin doms, Mims and Maim at gmail.com. Let me just tell you. We will tell you you're being a bad boy, and that's going to be the extent of it. Don't you want to keep us in the lifestyle that we feel like we should be accustomed to? Nip slip.
Nip slip.
You will receive no pictures from us. You will receive nothing except for a PayPal to promptly deposit your money into.
For your patronage, you will get
Nothing. Maybe
but to feel a lesser person.
Maybe every once in a while an email that says, "You don't deserve us, bitch. Period. Mims and Maim," with our little symbol below it.
Picture your hairy nipple.
Nip slip. Oh my god. Oh my god. What's going on? Where are we?
The adult content world. Good gracious.
Girl. I was going to say, speaking of adult content, I ain't even. Did you know that we.
That's a great segue.
Did you know that we have a Patreon? That's right, dear listeners. If you go to patreon.com/Mims and Maim, you can throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know we have another podcast?
No.
It's called You Slay Me. It's a Murder, She Wrote podcast. And this episode's real weird. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you know that we have a website?
What?
That's right. It's mimsandmaim.com. You can go there, buy some merch, see what we're up to. Not really much, but it's still out there. Hey,
It's still there.
do you know what I love?
5-star reviews.
That's right. Dear listeners, I want to thank you. We haven't gotten any new written 5-star reviews, but I found an app that does aggregate our numbers from other places. And thank you for your 5-star reviews on Spotify, which I didn't even know could give 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Thank you.
You know, all those 5 stars, even if you don't say something, they do help. So
They do help us a lot, actually.
Thank you, dear listeners.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't see I can't see who did it because the website I use doesn't really aggregate it correctly or anything like that. And it's
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's very difficult to figure that shit out. But thank you. Girl.
Yes.
This is season 6, episode 20. I enjoy being a girl.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that's Marjorie. Just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out. And that is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Talk about a thesis statement.
So, girl, we're at Sugar Bakers.
Sugar Baker.
And girl, speaking of Findoms, Allison's running late.
Oh.
Oh, God. Well, she's got a new group therapy
Okay.
called Common Sense, where when she starts being obnoxious, they just go, stop it. And then they give her a positive and say, you're right about things. Did you ever watch the Lisa Kudrow YouTube thing, Web Therapy?
No.
Okay. Dear listeners, Maim, I highly suggest you seek this out. It was done later on with Showtime as well, I believe.
Okay.
It's like 15-minute vignettes of her as this horrible, horrible psychologist. Like
Okay.
absolutely shitty psychologist. And she has guest stars on to be like her helping in web therapy.
Okay.
And this is like prior to BetterHelp and all that kind of stuff. So
Oh.
it's really it is a read of BetterHelp before BetterHelp existed. It is. One of them's Bryan Cranston, I believe. Like
Oh, wow.
it's funny. It is.
Okay.
It is very, very funny.
I do enjoy Lisa Kudrow.
I watched it like I think it came out in 2000 something.
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
mean, not that we're not still in 2000 something, but like
Forever.
the early.
we die.
Let's see when Web Therapy came out.
The 2000.
Web, not you, Chatterbait.
I just saw
Therapy.
that John and Kate plus 8, the sextuplets just turned 21.
2011,
Oh wow, that was a while ago.
and like Lily Tomlin's on there, Steve Carell, Selma Blair, Alan Cumming, Rashida Jones, Meryl Streep. Like it's a
Good Lord.
yeah. Chelsea Handler's one of them. Julie Claire.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a Victor Garber, I believe, is her husband.
Oh gosh.
So,
And I
so
love
that
it.
homo, I love Victor
love that
Garber.
man.
I do too. Did you like that show?
What show? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't see my shitty wig?
No. I mean, I've seen lots of them, but not this time.
God, no. What's it? It's left me.
It's on the tip of your tongue.
Yes,
It's on
you
the-
know,
it's on
you
the tip of your
know.
tongue. You grab your phone, so I'm grabbing mine. It's on the
TV
tip of your tongue.
Alias. God, oh my, there we go.
Oh.
The shitty wig. You got it now.
That was the plot of every episode of Aliens, was just her in different wigs.
Yes. Oh God, that one red wig got so much wear and tear.
Oh my gosh, that was such a terrible.
And then
show.
when now, not to ruin a TV show that's 30 years old now.
Grey's Anatomy.
No, Alias. When that first season, when they made the mystery doomsday machine, and then he came out completely. What words is this? What's going on here? But you know, girl, that's not the TV show we're talking about right now.
Not. Although it sounds like we might need to. Yeah,
Mary
let's
Jo,
back up in
so
that
she
one.
goes on and on about why do they never say she's right when she's real good, and she's always right, and she helps a lot, and Mary Jo just says, stop it. And then Al said, okay, now you have to say something positive. And Allison goes on about how she's They never say how good she is at her job, etc., etc., etc. And Julie and Mary Jo are just like, well, yeah, we'll make note of that.
I can't remember. Does Allison do the same thing that Suzanne did in drumming up business? Is that her job? I've never quite been sure because they never showed her actually.
Well, the thing
doing
is,
work.
she provides the money, so or her
So she
dad
is, like,
provides the
kinda
money.
So she is kind of like Suzanne.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I
It's
mean,
bad.
how often do we see them do that? I mean, in the last few seasons, when do we ever see them do work?
Girl, when have we ever seen them do work?
They did like Design House episode.
Girl,
did
they
stuff in
went
the
to
early
Design House and
days.
burned it down.
But they did a room there.
We never saw it. We
true.
don't know if they did a room there.
There's a what's it, Bitty Sissy Muffy Tuffy. They
Yeah.
did their places.
Yeah, that's true. But we don't. Well, Anthony did. We don't know about the rest. We do. The only one we know about is that sexy bathroom. That we definitely know that they did. That is the only thing
Yes.
that we've seen that they've done.
Yes. And that's right, because we didn't even get to see like the final house in the madam's house. Like we didn't get to see the final product there either. They've
Yeah.
been robbing us. Like they could redo this show as a HGTV show. Annie Potts just showing up at people's houses, like, "Hey y'all." Charlene couldn't make it. She's winning Emmys.
I'm Grandmama Sheldon.
Ugh.
So young Sheldon, I don't particularly like Big Bang Theory because it makes fun of autism. That is my thesis on that. I know a lot of people really like it, but in at least the first several seasons, the joke was he was autistic. That was a joke.
I tried twice, and both times I just sat there.
The
didn't laugh.
the later seasons get better. Like the later
Okay.
seasons do handle it better. And like especially after he falls in love with the what's her name?
I don't know any of these people
Oh, Blossom. What's her name?
other than Blossom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
her real name, Mayim Bialik.
Maya Bialik. He falls in love with her.
It's odd that I can still remember that. So
Yeah,
I
Miam.
love-
It's Miam, not Maya. Miam.
I thought it was Mayim.
It's M. It's I think it's Miam.
They used to
Whatever.
pronounce it Mayim in the 90s.
Well, times they change. But young Sheldon takes a much more loving approach to him, like from the beginning, and shows how much his family loved and helped him through.
Okay.
At least the few episodes I've seen.
Okay.
And it's got Annie Potts just being a nut.
Like an eccentric Southern grandma.
Like the drinking Southern grandma in a very conservative family.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, now I'll have to watch it.
No, you
because I
You don't,
might
girl,
watch an episode.
right now, in the current America, you don't have to do anything. So Carlene's here, and she's very excited.
Why is she so excited?
Well, she started talking about George Bush's 1,000 Points of Light speech, and so we're still in Bush time. We haven't gotten to the Bridge to the Future Clinton time yet.
Boy.
And she's like, she's having a big moment in her life, and she goes off on tangents, much like Charlene did. And she really wants to have the score from 2001 Space Odyssey to be playing right behind her right now. Boom, 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 Monolith. I've never seen that movie.
It's not bad. I mean, it's definitely different. So I
Is-
don't,
so
I don't
how
recommend
long-
it for everybody.
So it's a film.
It is a film. Yes.
I don't think I've seen a single. I have seen one Kubrick movie.
Oh, I've seen those.
I've seen Eyes Wide Shut. Dun, dun, dun,
Of all of the ones to have exposed yourself to,
it's funny you say exposed yourself talking about Eyes Wide
Jeez.
Shut. Have you seen
literally.
Eyes Wide Shut?
Yes.
So I remember. Did we watch it together?
No.
Okay, because I remember seeing it in Statesville at the two cinema down there, Newtown. And I remember coming out of it with a group of us, and we're like, "Wow, that was bad. We're all really horny."
Jeez. I didn't feel horny after. I was just like, what was that?
I also felt really horny after Cruel Intentions, but it's a different.
I mean, every bisexual does.
Did you not love that movie?
Yeah, that's right.
Did not make you horny. Joshua Jackson is a homo gay. Ooh. Brian Felipe's butt. I mean, Brian Felipe has even said, I don't know how many gay men have come up to me from the 90s and said that I was their sexual awakening, and it makes me so proud.
I'm trying to think. Mine, I don't think
I guess
had
he was a
any.
little young for you because he was not only like 5 years older than you.
I hate
So
saying
Butch
that.
Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, did that know? Because they wouldn't have been that much older than you either at the time.
In the 90s, I don't know. In the 90s, I was in that weird phase where I was
Kojak. Was it Kojak?
I don't like you at all.
Totally Savalas for everyone. Anyway, go on.
I love that show.
I know you do.
I have really become addicted to that show. I'd be honest with you. Like, it is it's so different just to, because it's different, but it's not different. Like, it's
Well,
very
Carlene's
strange.
gonna. It pulls out a scarf, and she's gonna be a Girl Scout troop leader.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
they
Plot
actually-
twist.
I know, right? Never could have seen that coming.
Apparently, the group of girls are very rich and spoiled.
Are we gonna have a Troop Beverly Hills moment?
No. Unfortunately,
That would
not.
have been so great.
I know. I love True Beverly Hills. I love that movie so much.
It's one of the greatest movies.
It
like,
is. It really, really is. Shelley Long is
Perfection.
fantastic.
I love that movie so much.
I hate that. No, I don't hate that. What was the show with What's Your Doodle and those kids? Where the boring father won all the Emmys that was on Forever Modern Family.
Where the boring father won all.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No. I didn't say you were wrong. It's an interesting way of talking about that show.
I mean, he was the worst part of the show. No, the gays were the worst part of the show. Eric Stone Street was the worst part of that show.
Also won an Emmy.
Yeah. God.
That was the day that I found out that he was straight. I was like, what? What's happening? Wait, hold on. Because I didn't really know that much about the show other than like it had them on there. I never watched it. And so when he won that Emmy that day and kissed his wife, I was like,
I will say that when the dad won the Emmy, he did the only thing, one of the Emmys, because he won a couple. One of the things, Julie Bowen, Julie Bowen, Julie Bowen, she won an Emmy or two, didn't she, for it?
nah.
Anyway, she deserved it. She was fun. I just like her. But when the boring dad won the Emmy, he did say the kids should be nominated. I don't know why none of them were, and at least the oldest child did. Like in the little bit that I saw. Where was I going with this
Her
story?
plot line was actually good when she got pregnant. Like it was actually there's a couple episodes I watched. I was like, oh, they're actually getting into some real topics.
Shelley Long was the estranged mother. That's
Yes.
where I was going.
Yes. That was a
Diane.
stretch, girl. That was a stretch.
What's going on anymore? I don't.
That was a stretch.
We found out that Julie and Mary Jo used to be Girl Scouts. Allison's unimpressed with all this. And we find out that Carlene invited her new troop.
Mhm.
She's got a meeting with them tonight.
Okay.
And she's invited all these 9-year-olds to Sugar Bakers.
Oh no.
Mhm.
No. That was like nightmare.
So it's later on at Sugar Bakers. There's a van out front, so you know it's later on.
Yes. Anthony's back.
The girls have all left. Yeah, they actually have a green screen now, so they could just
Superimpose that thing on there.
CGI.
It's the 90s, baby. It's the 90s.
We get Abyss and this.
Oh, God.
Who did Abyss? Is that Spielberg?
No, that's James Cameron.
Oh, yeah. It's one of his good movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest James Cameron fan.
I don't hate his stuff, but I don't find him to be this spectacular.
I saw Avatar.
One or two.
In the one. I haven't seen two. Are you crazy? I saw Avatar. I kid you not. The things we do for sex, Maim. I saw Avatar in the movie theaters 5 times.
What? Why?
The person I was with
doing stuff with?
really liked Avatar.
That's like almost an entire day. Like a 24-hour day.
5 times. One of them was 3D.
Why can't he just go by himself?
He lived right beside the movie theater. I don't know.
All of that sounds awful.
But 5 times. The worst movie to the worst movie to fool around too, because this happened too. We sometimes put in a movie and what things happens. Are you ready for this? Are you familiar with the Cameron Diaz movie, My Sister's Keeper?
Isn't that like a drama?
Where what's her doodle from Breslin? What's her first name? Amber Breslin? What's her name?
I can't remember who was in the movie. I just remember it was like one of her sad movies where she was trying to get an Oscar.
It's the little girl from Little Miss Sunshine.
That Abigail Breslin.
Abigail Breslin, thank you, Abigail. She's a girl who basically they had another child because the older sister's dying of like everything. And the younger sister is the organ donor.
Yes.
With Alec Baldwin being the lawyer who has seizures.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, he has seizures. It's very important in the book. Because in the book, not that I'm ruining this for anybody. Hopefully I'm not. It's a very old book. In the book, he dies, kills the girl, so the older girl gets the organs anyway. She wins the case, but the older girl gets the organs anyway. In the movie, it's not like that. In the movie, Abigail Breslin lives and the older girl dies. Spoilers. Had sex during it.
Oh, God, no. I was just expecting you were going to say fooled around a little bit, not full on.
Oh, yeah. 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 So, well, they've all left.
Yes. That says me.
And Mary Jo, they start talking about, the new slang.
Yes.
Anthony's like, a little girl came up to him and started singing, "I'm too sexy." And Mary Jo said, "What is jam and how do you pump it up?" Pump the jam, pump it up.
It felt weird watching that exchange.
Allison's like, it's all on MTV, and Pump Up the Jam is a frequent hip hop reference. Isn't that right, Anthony? You're black.
Doesn't Mary Jo have basically like a teenage child at this point?
Well, yeah, Quentin would be teenage.
Right.
No, is Quentin in college now too?
No.
What about Stacy?
Claudia, do you mean?
No, Quentin and Stacy from What Not to Wear. You know they're back with a new show, right?
Yes, wear whatever the heck you want or something like
Whatever the
that.
fuck you
Like,
want.
oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's F star 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 star.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're doing a round America tour where they're going to talk about their falling out and how they came back together and all that good stuff. It's amazing what happens
Awesome.
when. Um.
The things people will pay for.
Yeah. So Anthony met Tiffany and Tiffany, and they really hated Tiffany, but they love Sierra.
Yeah,
I did not know a single Sierra growing up.
me neither.
I knew a bunch of Tiffany's, a
There were a
bunch
lot
of
Tiffany's.
Jennifers.
I mean, that tracked.
Yeah.
That definitely tracked.
Julie, Katie, Tiffany, and Jennifer.
Yeah, that definitely tracked based off our own
Brian,
experience.
John, Josh, Mark.
A lot of marks. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of Joshes. A lot of a few Brandons here and there.
Yeah. None of them good.
There was one good one.
One good Brandon?
At least one. I forgot
I
what
can
his
think
name
of-
is.
I can think of two
You can think of two good Brandons?
that we went to school with, and neither one of them were very good people.
No. This was well, the one of them's not bad, but not good. Just sort of like that one. That one's but no, the other one we went to. He was in elementary school, and I don't remember his last name.
Okay, well,
I can picture him.
I can't. So.
And there were the other one was there's 3 Erics, lots of Ericas, lots of Ericas, lots
So
of
many Ericas.
lots
That's
of
right.
Ericas and lots of Keishas. Yeah. White and black Keishas.
There wasn't a single bad Keisha
No,
neither.
there
Every
was
one of them
not.
was
There
a
was
Kiki,
not.
honey. Every one of them.
The black ones, the white ones, all of them.
Oh, every Keisha. Just
Every
knew
Keisha.
you were gonna have a good time.
And all Ericas too. I loved Ericas.
Girl, you and Erica's were basically like every Erica and you were like soulmates.
We were. It's like, hey girl, hey girl.
I was like soulmate by proxy just because I knew you. They're always suspicious of me.
I
They're like,
remember Erica, God rest her soul.
mhm.
She was in like tons of my classes, I think 5th grade on.
You two were.
But like we just sat down in art class, neither one of them paying a lick of attention. Just talking the entire time. I really hated art class. It made no sense. I feel sorry for Miss Chapman because that art was underfunded and under bad.
Yes. And nothing's changed.
Yeah, I mean it's. I don't think it was her fault, but hey, you have
They gotta make do with what they had.
one day a month to teach something.
Right.
Here, do a cityscape like this. I'm like, oh. It looks good. That's it. Well, that's what you told
That's
me
why
to
we
do.
used to call you Pollock.
Well, Julia believes every child has a special light in them.
Demon light.
Mm-hmm. Well, Carlene's like, you know what? I won't do this anymore. I quit. You know, I've only quit once time before, and that was with my ex-husband. I think this is going to work out just fine.
I totally understood her logic.
Yeah, I do too. Now, dear listeners, speaking of that, if something's not working out, you can just quit. I watch a YouTube series, YouTube show called Drawfee. I suggest for anyone. It's a group of 4 people who draw for an hour and a half. They just chit chat and they draw and do that kind of stuff. And like they have prompts every week that they go through.
Okay.
They're a little crass, but
So are we.
they were back at College Humor. They started then. They were able to keep their name and everything when they spun off. So it's been going since then. So it's been a long time. They really helped my husband and I get through the pandemic. All that said, they have a phrase while they're doing stuff that I live by, that delete your art. People are too precious with stuff. If you don't like it, quit putting your energy into it and stop.
I've had to get like that about certain projects
Yeah.
lately.
Like it is fine. It don't matter. In the whole world of things, it does not matter.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that at least one of them has a little ADHD. And so for them to say, recognize, I'm done, hit delete, throw it away, move on, is a huge deal and very enlightening for them. So, dear listeners, you can delete your art.
There you go.
See?
It probably sucked.
And like you watch them do, like they do speed draw things where they have the prompt and they've gone through, they are nearly done with this and they hated it and they just hit delete, restart over. It's like, oh, you spent probably 2 days on this.
Yeah.
And it's fine because it did not bring you value.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that idea. I mean, it's like beating a dead horse, right? Sometimes.
Yeah, think your husband could do that? I mean, in his defense, I would have to start something in order to delete it. So there's that. Look, I know what my crazy is. I know what my pitfalls are. I gotta get. I have trouble getting over the aspect of I'm gonna make an ass of myself. Once I'm over that, it takes a long time for me to get over that. Once I'm over that,
that takes a long time for you to get to that point.
I'm good with public speaking. It's everything else.
Wow.
Like I can get up in front of a stage, take a deep breath, and do whatever the fuck I need to do. But like other stuff, it's hard for me to fail.
Huh. Wow.
I know I can talk, girl. I've been doing this shit forever.
Talk you.
Where are we at?
We ain't even gotten to the woods yet, girl.
I know. So they like Mary Jo. Carlene's like, well, they really liked you, Mary Jo. You should do it. She's like, no, they like my bracelet and offered to buy it from me. So Mary Jo agrees to help and like be a co-scout lead. Julia does too. And then Allison's like, I'll help as well. And Allison's like, and Anthony's like, fuck that. Which I don't even think they would let him be a scout lead at this point in time. I don't know about the Girl Scouts. They've always
black man being a scout leader for a bunch of rich white girls in Atlanta.
Now, girl, if it was rerun, what was his name on the show? In Mannequin?
Oh, Hollywood.
Hollywood. No. Girl, was that a racism?
It's not a racism. It's just you're calling him a character that's so far from his other.
You're
calling him a character that's a real character from a different show.
Yeah, so I thought that was rerun, wasn't it?
Yeah, rerun was from It's Happening.
So what I thought was It's Happening was rerun, and then he was rewind, but no, it's Hollywood. Like I thought one was rerun. But I thought they were like that similar. I don't know what space this lives in my head. Also,
Lord,
if you haven't found it yet, Katya does back in days.
Okay.
She did a lot of soap dish quotes.
Really?
Yes, like yes.
What?
Yes. She loves soap dish.
That's actually really cool to know that. Now I love her even more.
So Mary Jo and Carlene decide that they're going to go on a camping trip. Well, we're in the woods, girl. They go to the campsite and it's gross. The boys have this nice camp down at the bottom of the woods. They are in a gross place. They decide to be like Snow White and clean it up. And Mary Jo and Julia explain to Carlene, who's like, oh, it's great. I loved Snow White, how sex it is. And Alice is like, well, except those dwarves, ran a diamond mine. So, yeah, I'm right. She's not. Yeah, but
Allison is just sometimes she's so gross.
well, Julia goes down, talk to the director, see if they can get this whole situated out, and if they can get better accommodations for the girls.
Okay.
Carlene has some ideas about what they could do, and Mary Jo's brought the Boy Scout handbook. Alice is like, why would we even look at that? And like, what are we doing here? Like, what are y'all doing?
Feels like someone's having a personal price problem right now.
Yeah. What's later on? Mary Jo's showing them how to tie a knot.
Okay.
It didn't have to look like a noose. Girl, I've decided, and you know that I'm throwing this out there because I may not do it. I've decided to start doing macrame.
Our descent into our past lives just continues to accelerate.
So Mary Jo's showing how to do knots, and it's very boring. Like everybody's like getting tired. So Alice is like, y'all, it's mani-pedi time. They're all like, yes, queen. I love a good mani-pedi. You still have not done that, have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, girl. Next
My
time
feet are so ticklish, though. I don't know if that will be good for me.
Girl, just tell them to go easy when they do the rub. Like they'll massage it. They'll do this, and then they'll also from up underneath the chair, because they're not actually allowed to have them. They'll have the grater, and that'll get off all your calluses.
They're not allowed to have them. What do you mean?
No, because they're not sanitary. Just let them do it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Y'all live in a truly raw milk state, so I don't know what's allowed down there or not. Girl,
That's our new state motto, Florida, the raw milk state.
Girl, when I went to when I went to that store and you could just buy. So in North Carolina, there are two ways to buy raw milk. Okay. There are, you can still buy it directly from the, like dairy or pet grade, not for human consumption. Correct. Okay. There's only two ways. They just they're getting ready to pass a law in North Carolina to ban even pet grade. Our very Republican, like he's very huge Republican, agriculture, like, Secretary of Agriculture was like, I want to ban it completely because of the bird flu. Makes sense.
Well, yeah. It's not safe for you.
Yeah. He's like, it's not pasteurized. It does cause sickness in children, but a bunch of
I think it's West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
What is it? No, like just the other day, they made it basically like as legal as it is here.
Mm-hmm.
And to celebrate, all of the GOP members that pushed it through celebrated by having some on the House floor for their thing, and then they all got sick.
I was hoping that you were going to say they decided to do like in Zoolander, the gasoline party. Yeah, of course they did. Of course they did, girl. Because of the what they probably had was probably even older than what they were supposed to be drinking. Like some people are like, it's okay. I won't drink it. Although I will say I have had my monkeypox vaccine, so that should protect me against cowpox. So maybe I can drink it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Speaking of weird stuff, are you gonna watch that documentary about the Liver King on Netflix? It looked kind of fun, like Tiger King fun to me.
No, I don't care about him. He lied. That's all I know. Exciting. The man was on roids. Woo!
Well, it's not that. I mean,
yeah, let's give him more money.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, let's give this man more money.
That's true.
For lying.
It does contribute.
Mm-hmm.
I just like eccentric stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I think he was also wasn't he kind of gay-phobic?
Oh, I don't know anything about him. Like nothing.
He was a carnivore. Like that woman you sent me. Thank you for that. There is a small population, and I mean small population that should be total carnivores. Like because there's outliers to every rule.
Sure.
But there's a lot of people who that would cause colon cancer and your kidneys to fail after an elongated period of time. Yes.
Good Lord.
Yeah. If you don't get enough, because your body, here's the thing. Here's the thing people don't understand when they say, we are the greatest hunters ever, blah, 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 blah. You know why we're such great hunters? Because we could run longer, not faster, longer than any of our prey. We are exhaustion hunters. When you're exhaustion hunters, yeah, you gotta eat meat to keep that up. These people on the carnivore diet aren't jogging 50 miles a day, are they? No, they're going down to the, I was going to say down to the A&P. They're going down to the A&P.
I forgot about that place.
Yeah. No, they're just wandering around doing normal stuff, getting a little walk in, eating their hot dogs and their burgers and all this kind of stuff. Never mind that in America, our burgers have growth hormone in them and all that stuff. Whatever,
I haven't had a
to
good
each
hot
their
dog in a long
own.
time.
Just do your research.
Do your research.
And now I want a burger.
I would want a hot dog.
Feel
So,
bad. What do you like, Brian? Do you like the red ones? Do you like all beef, or do you like pork hot dogs?
I'm not partial.
Okay.
Any wiener will do. Just saying. I love them all.
He wore his coat with gold. Any wiener would do. Anyway.
I really can't. I honestly, like, when people talk about different types of hot dogs and all of that, I was like, okay. They all
I prefer beef hot dogs to pork hot dogs.
Okay.
But now I do like a bratwurst, and like I like pork sausage, but a beef hot dog, that's where it's at for me.
Those bratwursts have those really tough skins, though.
Yeah. See, that's probably because they weren't made correctly for you, because they're supposed to be boiled and then grilled rather quickly. Like Americans don't make them correctly. Yeah. We tend to grill the shit out of them.
Okay.
And they aren't supposed to be grilled that long. They're supposed to.
So
They are supposed to
the,
pop. Like you are supposed to bite into.
German place, I should try their version of it.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. Like there's no harm to foul.
Okay.
But
I mean, I like this. I like what's inside of it. It's just, sometimes the exterior's tough.
So they in Germany.
Stop talking.
In Germany, they have something called Wurstsalat, which is pickles and cold bratwurst chopped up into a little cup.
Just
Sausage
pickles and
salad.
bratwurst. Wow.
Yeah.
What are German pickles like? What are they? They sour, sweet?
They're sour.
Okay.
Sour, dear. Sour. Everything. Sauerkraut, sour everything. Sweet wine. Sweet wine. Their desserts aren't even that.
Sweet wine, sour vegetables.
Yeah, their desserts aren't even that sweet. Yeah.
I've gotten a few of those European dessert from like the grocery store, and I was a bit into it. Like, oh, this is
delicious.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now the form of dessert you're looking for is Indian dessert. That is your level.
They love sugar.
They love sugar and honey, and like it's so. My coworker brought some in. He's like, my wife made these. I'm like, I do apologize. I know what this is. It was the balls in like the sticky
syrup.
Yeah, sticky sugar syrup. I was like, I'm sorry. I don't particularly care for those, and I don't want to make a face because I can't just be nice with this one. It is too sweet for me.
I love them.
Now, however, when they come in with that spicy ass, salty, whatever, A+.
Spicy and salty. That was your name in
high
high
school. And one of my coworkers made Indian veggie puffs, and like, oh my God. Fuck yeah, it was delicious. It was like curried vegetables in puff pastry, basically.
That sounds amazing.
Oh my god, it was spicy as hell.
Yeah.
Delicious.
My potlucks have been pretty dry lately. Because it's just me.
Oh. Well,
You're-
we find Julia comes back and we find out she told off the director and he told her to go home. And then she told him off again. He told her, well, you should just go home. And told her one more time. He said, well, you just go home. But then he started watching the big game. She pulled out his cable and he said, what am I supposed to do? And she said, well, you should probably just go home. Well, then she talks about how the Girl Scouts aren't as well funded as the Boy Scouts. Old times, they have changed.
Oh, yes.
The Girl Scouts are amazing, and the Boy Scouts are, well,
they're there.
They're there, barely. They both let in both boys and girls now.
Mm-hmm. One out of choice and one out of need.
Yeah. And it turns out, the Girl Scouts have always been friendly to trans people. They've always been very open and accepting, and join the Girl Scouts.
I wish somebody had told me that like 20, 30 years ago.
Wow, were you a Boy Scout?
Yes. You don't remember? I was in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts.
Girl, look, I remember when they came to our school and was like, hey, you should join the Boy Scouts. They put out the cotton with their hand, the cotton fire with their hand. I was like, why would any sane person like cotton in their hand and put it out? I ain't going to do this. My mom was like, don't you want to go outside and do this? I was like, no.
Yeah,
You can sleep outside. Why would I want to?
I mean, camping was fun.
No, it's not.
I had fun.
Would you do it now?
Yeah.
With all your allergies in your back, you gonna go out there and camp, girl?
I didn't say that it'd be good for me, but in theory, yes, I would do it. I went camping as an adult.
Let's just think about it. You wouldn't be ready to go at a moment's notice to the bar to do a little show, would you? You'd be out in the woods. Heaven forbid you not get that $30 one night.
Hoochie, I would do a show in the woods.
Yeah, you saw what happened with Miss Maim Big Sister Maim when she did that. Shot through the heart, and I'm to blame. Sorry, I shouldn't be telling stories on this show. Oh.
I want to give a special shout out actually to Big Sister Maim. She is making moves in her life, so y'all send all of the good wishes and energy her way. Big Sister Maim, she is doing some stuff. She has lost some weight. She's just making some moves, girl. And
she actually went to see your mama like you didn't.
She's going to see my mama a lot of times.
I know, but on Mother's Day today. Hopefully you called.
I call after this.
Mm-hmm.
We just talked on the phone 2 days ago. I'm going to call again today. Talk forever like we do.
Well, Mary Jo has decided it's now a competition. Mary Jo says, anyone who wants to sleep under the stars, come follow me. So we're outside. Mary Jo and Julia are outside. Nobody followed them.
Looking miserable.
Mary Jo says that girls and boys are just different. Boys like to kick dogs. Girls like to dress them up. I don't.
Kick dogs.
That's some sociopath behavior right there.
Somebody needs to go check on Quentin, apparently.
Like, yeah, if you have a child that's hurting a dog or hurting an animal, dear listeners, and I'm being serious, you need to get them psychiatric help. Like, immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
It's a literal sign.
It is a literal sign. That is one of the first signs, and you need to get that shit taken care of immediately. Well, they talk about Mary Jo and Julia talk about how violent their sons were, liking guns and stuff. I liked guns. I thought they were cool, mostly of the laser sort. And Mary Jo and Julia were like, well, we could just, there's nothing wrong with liking twirly dresses. We just don't want to be told to wear twirly dresses. So Mary Jo and Julia go inside. Carlene's telling the story of her divorce. and which is very actually empowering. And she starts singing.
I found that to be one of the funniest, but also most like interesting moments.
Yeah.
Is her going through that.
And she starts saying, if you want respect, you gotta give it to yourself. Which, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell can you love somebody else? Which is not very good line, because you can obviously love other people even though you don't love yourself.
People
But
do
you-
it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I get that it's supposed to say like you shouldn't do that
Yeah.
unless you love yourself, right?
Yeah.
You, like don't love anybody more than you love yourself.
Exactly. Well, Allison's been frozen out of the troop because they only want to talk about boyfriends and sex. And she doesn't know anything about any of that.
Yeah.
Well, Mary Jo's looking at them. She's talking about the brownies and how it really, moved her heart and all that. And Allison's like, feminists have it all screwed up. We shouldn't be as good as men. We should be as good as women. And Julia says, oh my God, you're right, Allison. And shocks herself. And then Allison just keeps saying over and over and over again, I was right. I was right. Could you please repeat it? I want to hear it one more time. I was right. 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 Do 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 do. Cold close. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia Wild?
I really like that little black number that Julia had on at the beginning
With the stripe
stripes.
Yeah, I did too. That was, I think it was a dress, like
a dress, and
like a baggy
I
dress.
watched it when I watched it the second time, I realized that not only was it there, it was on the bottom of the dress too. So I was like, that's cute.
Girl, that's from Belk. That is the modern Southern woman.
I was getting Belk vibes. I was like, this is actually really.
Girl, I could probably go in there now, and the one in Sanford, North Carolina, and they probably have it for sale.
It's probably still there.
Yeah, it probably is. Go Clinique counter, get my free little Clinique, and then go over there and get the.
That size 26. Girl,
don't
ain't
forget.
nobody bought that thing.
Girl, don't forget. Clinique will wear the shit off your face. Like I don't. Have you ever used Clinique?
No.
Oh,
no.
Girl, that toner will.
No.
Take every bit of moisture away from your face.
The only Clinique I like is the I love Happy
the perfume or whatever.
I love that stuff. It's my second favorite.
What's your favorite?
Jimmy Choo. Man, it's called.
Well,
it's just what
let
it's
me
called.
not call you a liar. Hey, Maim. Did you like this episode?
I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was just like one of their little, we're getting close to the end of the season kind of episodes.
Get ready to change people up again. Hey, Maim. I agree. It was okay. Like it wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as the last episode. The last episode was pretty good. This one was kind of there.
It was okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. It's. I'll forget about it.
Forget about most of them.
Yeah, there's very few that will stick with me.
Yeah.
Trying to think of any that really stick with me.
Girl, you got quiet for a second.
I was the one with the little Asian girl when she comes in and Suzanne's wig.
Lord.
That image always sticks with me.
Little Asian ladies in terrible wigs.
Goodness. Well, May, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you so we can wrap this stuff up? We've been talking for a while.
Hey, dear listeners, it's me, Auntie Maim, your favorite relation. You can catch me every Monday night hosting Kiki Karaoke at the Hotel Gathering Bar. That's in Miami Beach off Lincoln Road. And everywhere else, if I do get other gigs, you can find me at I'mYourAuntieMaim.com. Over to you, Mims.
Hey, y'all. I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at thedivinemissmims.com. Hey, Maim.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know we have a Patreon? That's right. You go to patreon.com/MimsandMaim and find us and throw us some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know we have another podcast?
What?
That's right. It's You Slay Me. It's a Murder, She Wrote podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have a website? That's right. You can go to MimsandMaim.com and find out what we're up to. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you know what I love?
You love a good 5-star review.
That's right. And thank you, dear listeners, for those 5-star reviews. They really, really mean something to me. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know our dear listeners can reach out to us?
What?
That's right. They can send us an email at mimsandmaim@gmail.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you have anything else to add?
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out
Girl, this
there.
coming out later than that. You know that. Say goodnight,
Happy
Maim.
Mother's Day last couple of weeks ago. Bye.
Say goodnight, Maim.
Good night, Ray.
Bye, y'all.